Hi everyone and welcome back to my channel.
Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. Today, we're diving into one of the most dramatic, tension-filled storylines unfolding on General Hospital. With love triangles, manipulative scheming, and unexpected betrayals on the horizon, Port Charles is about to get even messier. Willow Corinthos and Drew Quartermaine are stepping into dangerous territory, and with Carly Spencer and Nina Reeves pulling the strings behind the scenes, their fresh start might not be so fresh after all. Buckle up, this is going to be a wild ride. A battle of wits, Carly and Nina's high-stakes manipulations. The gloves are off, and two of the most formidable women in Port Charles, Carly and Nina, are gearing up for a battle that could leave lasting consequences for everyone involved. Their shared goal? To pry Willow and the children away from Drew at any cost. But the million-dollar question is, just how far are they willing to go? It's no secret that both Carly and Nina are known for their fierce protectiveness, especially when it comes to their family. But desperate times call for desperate measures, and if separating Willow from Drew means resorting to underhanded tactics, neither of them will hesitate for a second. Would they really go as far as fabricating evidence to make Drew look guilty of something he didn't do? Could they manipulate situations, twist narratives, or even orchestrate a fake affair to paint him as untrustworthy in Willow's eyes? They've both made it clear they will do anything to achieve their goal, so nothing is off the table. But here's the twist, Drew isn't someone who will sit back and let himself be manipulated. If Carly and Nina think they can pull the rug out from under him, they might just find themselves on the receiving end of a counterattack. Will he manage to turn the tables and expose their schemes before they succeed in tearing his new family apart? The shocking truth that could change everything. Meanwhile, Willow might soon find herself in the middle of a scandal that she never saw coming. Ironically, it wasn't even her idea to dig into Michael's past. Marty Gray planted the seed, and it was Nina who felt utterly disgusted by the suggestion. At first, Nina was adamant that nothing would come of it. After all, Michael has always been perceived as a stand-up guy, practically untouchable in terms of his reputation. But then, the truth reared its ugly head. What was unearthed could change everything for Willow. The revelation, whatever it may be, could force her to reassess her entire perception of Michael. Could it be a betrayal? A hidden secret? Something darker that shakes her to her core? And here's where things get really complicated. If Michael's past proves to be more problematic than she ever imagined, will Willow see her new life with Drew as the safer option? Or will this newfound information send her spiraling, questioning whether she's made the right choice in moving forward so quickly? This moral dilemma could set the stage for a major turning point in her life. The decision she makes next won't just impact her, it could change the dynamic of everyone in her orbit. Willow's leap of faith, or leap into a trap? As if things weren't complicated enough, Willow is doing everything in her power to convince herself that she's on the right path. She's spent so much time trapped in the wreckage of her failed marriage with Michael that she's desperate for a fresh start. Enter Drew Quartermaine. Drew has given her a tempting alternative, a brand new home, a beautiful fenced backyard, and a clean slate away from the pain of her past. On the surface, it seems like the perfect scenario. A new beginning, a new love, and a chance to rewrite her future. But is she truly following her heart? Or is she simply running away from the pain? There's a fine line between embracing a new chapter and using a relationship as a distraction. Willow is determined to create a sense of normalcy, but in her desperation, she may be walking into a situation she hasn't fully thought through. And this is where things could get dangerous. Her eagerness to start fresh could blind her to the red flags around her, particularly when it comes to Nina. Can Willow really trust Nina? One of the most surprising developments in this entire situation is Nina's apparent willingness to support Willow's new relationship with Drew. On the surface, it looks like Nina is making an effort to be respectful and understanding. But let's be honest, when has Nina ever been one to keep her nose out of other people's lives? Willow might believe that Nina has turned over a new leaf, but history suggests otherwise. Nina's track record isn't exactly glowing when it comes to boundaries. If anything, she has a habit of interfering when she feels justified in doing so. What's to stop her from getting involved again, especially if she starts feeling like Willow is making a mistake? Could her support be a facade, hiding her true intentions? If Willow places too much trust in Nina, she might find herself blindsided when things inevitably take a turn. Carly versus Nina, a brewing storm. Meanwhile, Carly is watching all of this unfold with a wary eye. She knows Nina too well, and she isn't about to sit back and let her dictate Willow's future. Carly has always been fiercely protective of the people she loves, and she's already skeptical about how fast Willow is moving on. Add in Nina's suspiciously cooperative behavior, and Carly's alarm bells are ringing loud and clear. The dynamic between these two women has always been complicated, but this time, they're fighting for control over Willow's future. Carly wants to break up Willow and Drew for her own reasons, while Nina might just be playing a long game to manipulate the situation to her advantage. In the end, it won't just be a fight for Willow's love life. It'll be a battle of dominance between two women who refuse to back down. What's next? A future uncertain. So, where does all of this leave Willow? She's on the verge of making a life-changing decision, but with Carly and Nina secretly pulling the strings in opposite directions, she might not even realize how much influence they have over her choices. Will she go all in with Drew and embrace this new chapter? Will she uncover something about Michael that makes her question everything? And more importantly, will she ever realize just how much manipulation is happening behind the scenes? Port Charles is about to be rocked by secrets, schemes, and unexpected betrayals. And as always, General Hospital fans won't want to miss a second of it. Final thoughts, your predictions. What do you guys think? Will Carly and Nina succeed in pulling Willow away from Drew, or will their plans backfire? Could Willow discover something about Michael that changes the course of her entire life? And what about Drew? Will he fight back against the forces trying to tear him down, or will he become another casualty in this war for control? Drop your predictions in the comments below. Let's break down what's coming next and how this drama will unfold. Next, we're diving into a heated debate that's been shaking up the General Hospital fanbase. There's always drama in Port Charles, but this time, it's not just happening on screen, it's happening in the fandom too. It seems that one character, in particular, is rubbing viewers the wrong way, and some fans are even calling for a drastic change. Is it time for Lulu to take a break from the show? Let's break it all down and see what's really going on. Lulu Spencer, love her or hate her? There are always strong opinions when it comes to General Hospital, but rarely do they get as fiery as the current discussion surrounding Lulu Spencer. Fans have been vocal, very vocal, about their frustrations with her character. Some viewers feel like she's overstayed her welcome, while others argue that she simply hasn't been written well since her return. One thing is certain, Lulu is causing waves, and not everyone is thrilled about it. Whether it's her attitude, her interactions with other characters, or just the general direction of her storyline, there's a growing call for her to either be revamped or temporarily removed from the canvas. Could a break from the show be exactly what she needs? Or is it time for the writers to shake things up and bring a fresh take to her character? The internet's harsh verdict on Lulu's social media has become the ultimate place for soap opera fans to air their grievances, and when it comes to Lulu, opinions are as sharp as ever. Some fans have taken to Twitter, Reddit, and Facebook to vent their frustration, with one viewer saying, "This Lulu character is the most phenomenally obnoxious, narcissistic, entitled, arrogant culmination of apathetic waste of good oxygen ever encountered." Ouch! And that's not the only brutal take. Another fan added, "Please get rid of Lulu. She's so obnoxious. I can't stand listening to her shrill grating voice. I have to FF through every scene she's in." That's a level of dislike that can't be ignored. But is it truly the character that's the problem, or is it the way she's being written? Some believe that a fresh storyline could make all the difference, while others are convinced she simply isn't working in her current role. Brooke Lynn vs. Lulu, a rivalry that's splitting fans. One of the biggest factors in this discussion is Lulu's ongoing tension with Brooke Lynn. The two women are constantly at odds, struggling to find common ground, and every attempt at collaboration seems doomed to fail. Their dynamic is packed with hostility, and while that can sometimes make for entertaining drama, it's wearing thin for some viewers. The most common complaint? It feels repetitive. Fans are frustrated that Lulu and Brooke Lynn can't seem to move beyond their clashes. Instead of evolving their relationship, they seem stuck in a cycle of conflict, making it hard for viewers to stay invested in their storyline. One viewer summed it up perfectly: "I hope Lulu quits and the show gives her a better job. I much prefer Lulu to BLQ, but them working together will just be fights like this until one of them dies, lol. I liked when she was a reporter or owned the Haunted Star." That comment raises an interesting point. Maybe Lulu's current role just isn't the right fit. Could it be time for her to find a new career path in Port Charles? A career shift. Could Lulu shine in a different role? A major issue that keeps coming up is how Lulu got her current job. Fans haven't forgotten that she was handed the position thanks to Tracy's influence, rather than earning it on her own merits. That alone has made it harder for some viewers to take her seriously. One fan didn't hold back, writing, "Lulu got her job only because of Tracy. The other day she blew off work so she could have a conversation with Christina that could have happened any time. She refuses to learn and to acknowledge that she is an assistant. Brooke Lynn should just fire her." This perspective highlights a crucial issue: Lulu's career trajectory doesn't make sense. Viewers remember when she was a reporter, and some argue that she was much more engaging in that role. Others think she should reclaim her past as the owner of the Haunted Star, a position that gave her a clear identity within Port Charles. Could a career change be the fresh start she needs? If the writers aren't willing to remove her from the show, perhaps they need to give her a storyline that makes her more compelling. Should Lulu take a break from Port Charles? With so much criticism surrounding her character, one question looms large: is it time for Lulu to take an extended leave? Some viewers believe a temporary exit could be the perfect way to reset her character and give the writers a chance to bring her back with a stronger, more defined arc. A well-crafted exit storyline could allow for some much-needed reflection, and when she returns, she could have a more focused direction. Others, however, think that removing her entirely would be a mistake. Even those frustrated with her recognize that she's a legacy character, tied deeply to General Hospital's history. But if she stays, the writers need to listen to fan feedback and find a way to make her presence on the show feel essential, rather than forced. What's next for Lulu? As the tension between Lulu and Brooke Lynn continues to escalate, something has to give. Will one of them finally step back? Or will the show force them to work together, despite their obvious incompatibility? And let's not forget the bigger picture: how will Lulu's story evolve moving forward? Will she prove her critics wrong and show some real character growth? Or will she continue to alienate viewers who feel she's overstayed her welcome? There's no denying that General Hospital has a big decision to make. If they handle it well, they could transform Lulu into a fan favorite again. If not, the calls for her exit will only grow louder. Final thoughts, should Lulu stay or go? So, what do you guys think? Should Lulu leave Port Charles for a while, or does she deserve another shot at a compelling storyline? Could a career change save her character, or is she simply not working in General Hospital's current landscape? Next, we're diving into a major General Hospital mystery that has fans buzzing. With unexpected casting changes, behind-the-scenes speculation, and pivotal storylines unfolding on screen, there's a lot to unpack. What's really going on with Lucky Spencer, and why isn't Jonathan Jackson part of these critical moments? Let's break it all down and get into the details. The big question. Where is Jonathan Jackson? One of the biggest mysteries surrounding General Hospital right now is the sudden absence of Jonathan Jackson, the actor best known for portraying Lucky Spencer. Fans have been vocal about their disappointment, especially considering how crucial Lucky's storyline has become in recent weeks. Jackson's absence has led to the temporary recast of Lucky with actor Guy Wilson. While temporary recasts are nothing new in the soap world, some fans are beginning to wonder if General Hospital is relying on them a little too much. Many longtime viewers have expressed frustration, feeling like these constant short-term casting switches disrupt the emotional connection they have with beloved characters. But here's the real question, why wasn't Jonathan Jackson available for these major episodes? Is there something going on behind the scenes that we don't know about? His sudden absence has left room for speculation, with some fans wondering if there's more happening off-camera than we realize. Cyrus drops a bombshell, a game-changing revelation while fans were left scratching their heads over Jackson's absence. The on-screen drama delivered some jaw-dropping moments. One of the most intense scenes in recent memory unfolded when Cyrus finally gave Elizabeth the answers she and Lucky had been chasing all along. The moment was packed with emotion, tension, and raw vulnerability. General Hospital fans were quick to praise Rebecca Herbst, Elizabeth, and Jeff Kober, Cyrus, for their outstanding performances, noting how they carried the weight of the scene flawlessly. The power of the exchange sent ripples through the storyline, making it one of the most pivotal moments in recent episodes. But there was one thing missing, Lucky himself. Given the significance of the scene, fans couldn't help but feel that Jonathan Jackson's presence was needed. Lucky's character has been on a long and tumultuous journey, and for him to be absent during such a crucial turning point in his story was frustrating for viewers. Many took to social media to voice their disappointment, lamenting the missed opportunity to see Jackson bring even more depth to the moment. The temporary recast debate, is GH overusing short-term actors? As General Hospital continues to move forward with Guy Wilson stepping into Lucky's shoes, the conversation about temporary recasts has heated up. Some fans appreciate that the show is keeping the storyline moving, rather than writing Lucky out altogether. However, others feel that the constant actor swaps make it harder to stay emotionally invested in the character. One of the biggest criticisms aimed at General Hospital is that it has become the one soap opera that seems to rely on temporary replacements more than any other. While recasts are sometimes necessary due to scheduling conflicts or contract negotiations, some critics argue that GH is making it a habit rather than a last resort. Would it have been better to wait for Jonathan Jackson's availability? Or is the show making the right decision by keeping Lucky in the mix, even if it means using a different actor for now? That debate is far from settled, and the fan reactions remain divided. Is there a story developing off-camera? With all the questions surrounding Jonathan Jackson's absence, some fans are beginning to speculate that there may be more to the story than meets the eye. Could there be a behind-the-scenes reason for his temporary departure? So far, Jackson himself has remained silent on the matter. He hasn't made any public statements about why he isn't currently on the show, which only fuels the curiosity of devoted General Hospital fans. Some wonder if this is just a temporary scheduling conflict, while others speculate that there could be ongoing contract negotiations or even personal reasons for his break. Could it be that the show has bigger plans for his return down the line? Perhaps they are setting the stage for an even grander comeback? Whatever the case, one thing is clear, fans want answers. And until Jonathan Jackson or GH addresses the situation directly, the rumors and theories will continue to swirl. What comes next? The future of Lucky Spencer. Despite all the uncertainty surrounding his portrayal, one thing is for sure, Lucky Spencer's storyline isn't over. Whether it's Jonathan Jackson or Guy Wilson in the role, the character still has major developments ahead. The latest plot twists have positioned Lucky as a central figure in the ongoing drama, and his fate could have ripple effects throughout Port Charles. With Cyrus's confession shaking things up, Elizabeth and Lucky now have even more difficult decisions to make. Could Lucky's character arc be building up to something bigger? Will Jonathan Jackson make a surprise return when the storyline reaches its climax? And if Guy Wilson remains in the role for an extended period, will fans come around to accepting him as Lucky, even if just temporarily? There are more questions than answers right now, but one thing is certain, General Hospital is keeping viewers on their toes. Final thoughts, will Jonathan Jackson return? At the end of the day, GH fans are left with a major mystery. Jonathan Jackson's absence has been noticeable, and the decision to recast him with Guy Wilson has sparked debate. While some viewers appreciate the effort to keep Lucky in the storyline, others are longing for the day when Jackson steps back into his iconic role. What do you guys think? Should General Hospital have waited for Jonathan Jackson to return, or was the temporary recast the right move? Do you think something is happening behind the scenes, or is this just a standard scheduling conflict? And most importantly, when will we finally get the answers we're looking for? Next, we're diving into the intense drama that's about to explode on General Hospital. Next week's spoilers promise shocking revelations, family feuds, and life-altering decisions. From Dante Falconeri finally uncovering long-awaited answers to the chaos brewing between Jason and Drew, Port Charles is about to be rocked by an emotional roller coaster. Let's break it all down and see what's in store for us on GH. Sasha's secret, the truth might finally come out. One of the most intriguing developments next week centers around Sasha Gilmore, who has been fiercely protecting a secret that could change everything. She has gone to great lengths to convince everyone that Jason Morgan is the father of her baby, but for how much longer can she keep up this charade? The weight of her deception is starting to take its toll, and next week, she makes the bold decision to confess, but to whom? Will she turn to a trusted friend who can help her navigate the fallout, or will her confession slip out under pressure? There's also the looming question of what happens if Michael Corinthos learns the truth. Will he forgive Sasha for keeping him in the dark, or will this revelation destroy any chance of reconciliation? With so many players involved, the consequences of her decision could send shockwaves through multiple families in Port Charles. Jack Brennan's cover-up, protecting Jocelyn at all costs. Jack Brennan is no stranger to cleaning up messes, but this time, he might be dealing with one of the biggest ones yet. The fallout from his latest actions could have major repercussions, especially since it involves Jocelyn Jacks and the notorious Cyrus Renaud. From what we know, next week's episodes suggest that Jocelyn might be responsible for putting a bullet in Cyrus. If that's the case, Brennan is likely stepping in to make sure she isn't implicated. But how far will he go to protect her? Will he manipulate the situation to make it look like self-defense, or is he prepared to erase any trace of Jocelyn's involvement altogether? With the legal system in Port Charles being as corrupt as ever, Brennan has options, but if he slips up, it could mean disaster for both him and Joss. The Quartermaine family feud, Jason vs. Drew, reaches a breaking point. If you thought the tensions between Jason Morgan and Drew Quartermaine had peaked, think again, because next week, things are about to get ugly. The latest battle between the twins is spiraling out of control, and this time, it has massive consequences for the entire Quartermaine family. Their scuffle at the end of this week is just the beginning, and by next week, the ripple effect will be felt by everyone around them. For Jason, the line has been drawn. He will never forgive Drew for what he did to Michael Corinthos. In Jason's eyes, Michael is his son in every way that matters, and nothing, not even blood ties, will make him see Drew as a true brother. But here's where things get complicated. Drew isn't backing down. He has his own grievances and his own reasons for believing that he's in the right. Could this feud be leading to a final, irreversible break between them? Or will someone intervene before things go too far? Either way, one thing is certain, the Quartermaine family drama is reaching its boiling point, and there's no turning back now. Lulu's horrifying discovery, the truth about Cyrus' murderous intentions while the Quartermaines are at war. Another bombshell is set to explode next week, this time in the Spencer family. Lulu Spencer is about to be hit with the shock of her life when she learns something absolutely chilling. She might hear it from Dante Falconeri, or perhaps Elizabeth Weber will be the one to break the news. Either way, the revelation will be devastating. Her own uncle, Cyrus Renaud, had been plotting to kill her for quite some time. But here's the terrifying part. Cyrus didn't just want to eliminate her out of spite. He genuinely believed he was doing her a favor. Cyrus has long operated under the delusion that he is carrying out God's mission, removing obstacles and setting people free. That was the twisted justification he used when he murdered Sam McCall. She was simply in his way. And for Lulu? He saw her as another soul that needed to be set free and sent to heaven. The sheer horror of this realization will send Lulu reeling. How does someone even begin to process the knowledge that a family member wanted them dead, not out of hatred, but because they genuinely believed it was an act of mercy? This revelation is going to shake Lulu to her core. Will she seek revenge? Or will she struggle to comprehend the depth of Cyrus' madness? Dante's unforgivable heartbreak. No justice for Sam. If anyone is struggling to come to terms with this nightmare, it's Dante Falconeri. Next week, we'll see him still grappling with the earth-shattering news Anna Devane shared with him. Sam McCall's murder was never random, it was calculated. Cyrus killed her simply because she was an inconvenience, a roadblock in his supposed divine plan. But does this revelation bring Dante any closure? Absolutely not. If anything, it makes things worse. Knowing that Sam's life was stolen so senselessly, that she died simply because she was in the way, is almost too much for him to bear. Cyrus' twisted logic only deepens the wound, making her loss feel even more meaningless. Dante is going to have to figure out how to move forward with this knowledge, but the weight of it is crushing. Will he be able to cope? Or will his grief push him down a dangerous path of vengeance? What's next in Port Charles? With all these explosive developments, next week on General Hospital is going to be unforgettable. Will Sasha's confession finally expose the truth? How will Jack Brennan manipulate the situation to protect Jocelyn? Can Jason and Drew ever mend their fractured relationship, or is this war permanent? Will Lulu ever recover from the horrifying truth about her uncle? And most importantly, how will Dante cope with the devastating realization that there will never be true justice for Sam? One thing is certain, Port Charles is about to be rocked by one shocking moment after another. The stakes have never been higher, and the fallout from these revelations will be felt for weeks to come. Final thoughts, what do you think will happen? Now it's your turn. What do you guys think is coming next? Will Sasha finally tell the truth, or will her secret stay buried? Can Jack Brennan successfully cover up Jocelyn's role in Cyrus' fate? And is there any hope for Jason and Drew to reconcile, or is this feud only going to escalate further? Next, we're diving into an explosive storyline from General Hospital that is bound to shake Port Charles to its core. Secrets, blackmail, and betrayal are swirling around Sonny Corinthos, and it looks like a dangerous game is being played right under his nose. Jen Sidwell is determined to take Sonny down, and his best weapon? None other than Natalia Rogers Ramirez. But will Natalia betray Sonny to keep her own secrets safe, or will she find the courage to fight back? Let's break it all down and get into the details. A dangerous confession. Natalia's secret comes to light. The pressure is mounting, and next week, Natalia Rogers Ramirez will be backed into a corner with nowhere left to hide. After being manipulated and blackmailed by Jen Sidwell, she will finally gather the courage to come clean to Sonny about what's been happening behind the scenes. But will it be too late? Natalia's revelation won't just be about Sidwell's relentless pursuit of Sonny, it will also involve her own deep, dark secret, one that she has fought to keep buried for years. The moment of truth will be devastating, and Sonny may struggle to process the full weight of what she's telling him. However, the bigger problem is that Sidwell may have already put his plan into motion. By the time Natalia spills the truth, Sonny could already be in too deep. If the authorities get wind of an illegal shipment that Sidwell orchestrated to frame Sonny, then Port Charles's most notorious mob boss could be on the brink of disaster. Will Natalia's confession be enough to save him, or has Sidwell already sealed his fate? The trap is set. Sidwell's plan moves forward for weeks. Sidwell has been working in the shadows, using Natalia as his unwilling pawn to infiltrate Sonny's inner circle. But now, as the stakes get higher, he is done waiting. He needs results, and he's not above using force to get them. Sidwell has long suspected that Natalia isn't being completely truthful with him. Even though she has been passing along information, something about her hesitation has made him wary. Now, he's ready to tighten the leash, and his suspicions are about to be confirmed. Unbeknownst to Natalia, she isn't the only one playing double agent. Someone is watching her, and Sidwell is keeping close tabs to ensure she isn't holding out on him. When she stumbles upon a critical piece of information, something Sonny has been hiding, Sidwell will demand that she turn it over immediately. The question is, will she comply? Or will she risk everything to protect Sonny? Sidwell isn't the type to take no for an answer. If Natalia tries to withhold information, he will make sure she regrets it. And with the clock ticking, he won't hesitate to expose her secret if it means getting what he wants. The weapon of betrayal. Natalia's link to Lily Rivera. One of the biggest twists in this entire situation is the nature of Natalia's secret. Sidwell has been holding something over her, something she is terrified of Sonny discovering. And now, we may finally understand what it is. Could Natalia be hiding a past connection to Sonny's late wife, Lily Rivera? If true, this would change everything. Sonny has always carried the pain of losing Lily, and the idea that Natalia might be linked to her in a way she never revealed could shatter his trust completely. Did Natalia know Lily before she came to Port Charles? Is there a history between them that Sonny has never been aware of? Or worse, does Natalia hold information about Lily's tragic death that has been buried for years? If this is the secret Sidwell is using against her, then Natalia's dilemma is far more dangerous than anyone realizes. Not only does she risk betraying Sonny, but if she reveals the truth, she risks losing him forever. Will she take that chance? Or will she continue to do Sidwell's bidding to keep the past buried? Sidwell's ultimate goal, bringing down Sonny Corinthos while Natalia struggles with her impossible choice. One thing remains clear, Sidwell is on a mission, and he won't stop until Sunny is completely destroyed. He has been relentless in his pursuit, using Natalia as his chess piece, but make no mistake, he has bigger plans than just gathering intel. Sidwell is positioning himself to not just take Sunny down, but to dismantle his empire from the inside out. He knows that the best way to eliminate a powerful enemy isn't through brute force, it's through deception, through turning people against him, through making Sunny lose trust in those closest to him. If Sidwell gets his way, Sunny won't just be facing legal trouble, he'll be facing betrayal on all fronts. But here's the twist, Sunny didn't get to where he is by being naive. If he catches wind of Sidwell's game before it's too late, then the tables could turn in an instant. The real question is, will he figure it out in time? Can Natalia save herself and Sunny? Natalia is now caught in the middle of a high-stakes battle, and no matter what she does, she risks losing everything. If she continues to work for Sidwell, she will eventually have to betray Sunny in a way that can't be undone. If she confesses everything to Sunny, she risks not only his wrath but also Sidwell retaliating against her in ways she can't predict. And through it all, she's running out of time. Will she find a way to outmaneuver Sidwell, or will she be yet another casualty in his master plan? And if Sunny does find out the truth about Natalia's involvement, about her past, about everything, will he ever be able to forgive her? What happens next? The future of Sunny Corinthos. With Sidwell closing in and Natalia on the brink of collapse, the stage is set for one of the most intense showdowns in General Hospital history. Will Sidwell finally get what he wants and bring Sunny down? Can Natalia find a way to stop him before it's too late? What exactly is Natalia hiding about her past, and how will it affect Sunny? Will Sunny see the betrayal coming in time to save himself? No matter what happens next, one thing is certain, Port Charles will never be the same. Final thoughts, who will win this deadly game? Now it's time to hear from you. What do you guys think? Will Natalia choose to betray Sunny to protect herself, or will she take a stand against Sidwell? Is there really a hidden connection between Natalia and Lily Rivera, or is there another secret lurking in the shadows? And most importantly, can Sunny outsmart Sidwell before it's too late? Drop your predictions in the comments below. Let's discuss what's coming next and how this war will unfold. And as always, don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell for all your General Hospital updates.
Thanks for watching, guys. See you soon. Bye.